Right, so hopefully this Bosch washer dryer will now at least switch on. The old plug has been cut off for some bizarre reason. Ugh. Here goes nothing. Oh, wrong. Oh, it's locked. There we go. And so we locked. He's trying to rapidly lock for some reason. Looks like Cotton Eco's like 4 hours 52 according to this. That's Cotton normal. Cotton dry. So for Cotton dry, there we go. So we've got minus, normal, plus. 1 hour wash and dry, normal. Still allows you to have no spin. But then we've got a function of pre-wash, something, rapid, extra rinse, and easy iron. So it looks like all these with that icon means speed plus speed. So throw one down, select it on, there we go, it switches on. Baby care we know. 1 hour 3. Mix at 40 with it, it's about less than an hour. Yeah, so yeah, it's then we've got dry only there. That's pretty cool actually. Try spin only then. Indeed, the door lock doesn't work, but it does say locked, which is a bit bizarre. The motor was running then. So yeah, we do need a new door lock. It works for me for testing. That's pretty cool. We're up and running. I'll get it into tests tomorrow, so we'll see if it actually fully works, including drying. Of course, the door lock locks, but doesn't actually lock the actual door. Cool. Right, so we've got another White Knight C44-7W. Are you gonna put stuff in the dryer?
No.
Oh, okay. Let's see if it works. So I'll put that all in afterwards. Push that one in. Push it in. Now push that one in. Push hard. Push back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah, it's actually in a really nice condition. So. Don't must be that old. Is it? Right, so as it turns out, there's something wrong. More than likely, not with that, but with that socket over there. Because what I've realised is anytime I used to put a dryer in that socket, the electrics would normally trip. Or is it that? Because when I put a dryer on that, the electrics would normally trip. Because this White Knight dryer tripped after 3 minutes or 5 minutes of use. But moved it and then it ran a whole hour perfectly fine. On this socket over here. So I think that the extension lead is a little bit faulty. It just can't seem to handle 13 amp. Cool. Right, let's test out this bush then. So I'm going to shut that in. We're going to test it out for the washing, drying, spinning, rinsing, whatever. We're going to use mix 90 degrees with speed, which takes just an hour 7. And there's me thinking that when I got it up on the 12 kilo model, it was 1 hour 29, I thought that was fast. No, 1 hour 7. 1 hour 7. 1 hour 7 minutes. So we're going to put a pinch of Daz in. We're going to let it dry as well. Obviously middle, so we'll just see how good it is, I suppose. So apparently this was tripping electricity when it was in use. But I looked at the plug and there was no connectivity between the positive of the terminal and anywhere up the cable. So the positive in the plug had somehow disconnected. More than likely that where it goes round to the fuse and where the positive goes in, it might have either melted, which means it might be a problem with this, or just simply come away, causing the error issues. Obviously the other problem is that the lock doesn't work on this. See? But I want to actually test its actual functionality of it. See, can it heat, can it dry, can it sense the load, is there any other problems? This plastic heat shield on these doors, just like the dryer, it's gone yellow already. It's not even that old and it's already yellowed. again, the white display, the new white display, way brighter than this yellow, this orange display. Cool. So we'll leave it running. Should be alright. No, so it's finished drying. It's still stuck on 1 minute, isn't it, pal? We open the door. And our 2 towels are dry, so must work. But I'll go back and review how long it took. You fixing it? Francis, fix it. Camera. That's right. And the on off, he is drowned, you know. Oh! Yeah, it's definitely jammed in. Right, let's see if this now works. So this has been fixed. It's been sat around for, I don't know. Well, I had it before I moved house. Moved out of my house. Way before then. I'd say I've had it for a good year. Air filters in. The flap and the drawer are present, but when we moved, just stuck them all in a box. But I'm actually quite glad. Huh. Weird. It's weird because obviously it did work before. Have I put the right? Weird. Weird right now it won't turn on because it previously did. And all of a sudden, there's no power at all. That's bizarre. It won't switch on. Okay, right, I'm going to pull it out and have a look at it because it's a bit weird. It has been switched on and it has been started. Right, so we're back on. What happened was that when I went to remove, what happened was I had to move this to pull this drawer forward to get the old inlet off because that's what I think the problem is. So what we're going to do is select 95. Oh. Hey, working! There, fixed it! New inlet. New inlet. But that's the highest level it's come so far. Because what will happen is it will now start tumbling. Because it did this as well. It will still try and fill through the main wash. And it started tumbling. But it of course had no water in. Oh, the other thing is, this has the EcoJet. So what's happening is now we've fixed this. The screws need to go back in the top. One's lost and the other one fell back out when I tried to put it back in. There is a screw missing from here, but that needs actually replacing altogether because when I tried to undo it, it ended up just threading altogether. I don't know how much I got undone by hammering it, but I did. And then I'm going to be selling the 72-600 and having this instead, along with my dryer. Once I've finished cleaning it up. Even though it is in a worse state for rust. I know both have rust, but this is much worse than the other one. This whole panel could do with taking off, grinding back down. In fact, if you look there, that's bare metal there, so it's not actually rotted to it. It just looks like all the lacquer to the paint has rotted underneath it. Perhaps from like the heat. The other thing is, I'm not actually, like I said, the inlet for this, the price went up. When I first looked for the inlet, it was about 42 quid. I don't think it was that actually, 31 quid. By the time I went to buy it, the inlet, it was over, I think it was 60 odd quid. And it's come. And what I didn't realise, whoa. Okay. Okay, it works, but I need to find the drawer. Right, so let's test out this Miele G64. Oh, it's a Miele. Where is the thing? There's usually like a label something. There it is. It's a Miele. Not very good. G1220 SC. I'm gonna close that up anyway. Right, well we've plugged it in, and what happened straight away was it was still in cycle. So I'm gonna stop that. Right, so it looks like the full cycle is 50 minutes long on the quick wash. So we've got sensor gentle wash, energy safe, pots and pans, pre-wash, sensor wash, quick wash, 50 minutes. Got tabs 2 in 1, 3 1. So what we'll do, I'm going to put on the sensor wash, and I'm going to put a tablet in, and then they do its thing. There we go, we've got a tablet. Here's one cool thing about, you don't necessarily need a dishwasher cleaner. In fact, we're going to put on pots and pans. What you do is that you get one tablet, put it on the hottest setting, let it do its thing without any detergent whatsoever, and it should help you maintain a clean dishwasher. Then to come back lime scale, you really need to sort out your salt. So we'll put that in there, because it's not been used for, by the looks of things, quite a long time. It hasn't actually. I bought it ages ago from the auction rooms for the start price, which is a £5. In working order as well, apparently. So I can't push that any back because the WPS hose is in the way, basically. I just hope it doesn't leak, because actually this is on a slant, so it's slanting that way right now, like down towards me. I think I've had a dishwasher here before. It's worked, so it's been all, so it should work fine at this angle. Open the door, for example. So it looks like the display still stays on, but it turns off. Yeah, it's filling up fine. We're running. Cool. Alright, so an update on the Miele. Yeah, for some bizarre reason, it stopped mid-cycle, but it hasn't tripped the RCD, nor has it drawn too much power through. It's like it's just died mid-cycle all of a sudden, which is a bit bizarre. I'm guessing it could be, possibly, to the plug itself, possibly. Especially if it's like, not really sure actually. I'm gonna try a new thing. I'm gonna put it in. Let's try again. Right, I'm gonna try a new plug because it might be the plug. Actually, I forgot my power thing. I'll soon tell you. So let's see. Yeah, there's actually power, I think, by the looks of things. Yeah, there's power further down, so it's not actually it's not the plug. Right, so we've changed the door lock on this Indesit IWD D7143 because if anyone remembers, it was giving an error 6 sometimes. I noticed what was happening was that it was sending a signal to the door lock, but then the door lock wasn't locking fast enough, basically. And anyway, here's the difference as well. Most Indesits, you have one of these. It's a Metal Flex door lock, but for this one, for some reason, this has a Bitron one, T85, with a push-down release there, but it's got a 2-minute time delay. It's not like an instant one. Because they use Briton ones, but not these ones, on the hot points. The ones that open instantly. So what I'm going to do is quickly test it. We'll just stick it onto drain. 2, 3, 4. Probably won't do anything because it's too low on water. The level's too low. Because if I put it into spin, it should do it. See? Yeah, it's too low, but it works. And that's what I was doing. So it was like I was starting it, and then obviously it was taking too long. So put that one on anyway. So hopefully that shouldn't give the error code anymore. I'm going to try something out anyway, so I'm going to try a few other things out. Cool. Right, so the first thing I'm going to try out is this. So if I open the door and I turn it on, and I tried to start it, I want to see if it gives an error code. So it sent the click, it's clicked. So it knows that the door isn't locked. Right, so if I turn it off to 1, I'm going to unplug it and then unplug the actual door switch. Right, hopefully this will work. I've just put a replacement door lock on, which was the only problem with this. And it's locked instantly. Yay, it works! It's instantly unlocked. Rather than like repeating lock and not locking. Okay. Ooh. Have I not done that right? This is the right lock. Oh, or is it just like not doing it right? Hang on. So let me just do that. So let's just do drain. Alright, it's done it again. myself out here. Oh, not done it. Hang on. Right, so still got issues. That one's now locked, but it won't unlock. Right, so I've got this. It's a Zanussi FC1000. Anyone who remembers me 800 knows that it doesn't work properly. It's a bit all over the place. This is sold in fully working order and was apparently used on the day that I picked it up. It does come with the same kind of faults. It's a bit rusty there. The door, this doesn't sit in properly, so hence why this dial doesn't sit out properly, but the FC800 did the same. There's also crap around here, but guess what, the FC800 is the same. Maybe that's why they got rid of the design. It was £390 brand new, because I got the receipt in 1997. Yeah, this is pretty cool. The drum's obviously the same as the current one. Nothing's changed there, so it's still 27 litre drum. This, believe it or not, is a door interlock. This doesn't lock, so, but you need it to close that to activate the timer. We've got a couple of options up here. We've obviously got quick wash, rinse, hold, and economy. Although we have program E. Where is it? E, economy. E plus E. Okay, and it goes on to A. So it's a bit weird how economy is like right round here, so it's there, and then it gets to A, and that's the boil wash. Right, so what I'm going to do is take this off, and then I'm going to show you something. Right, so I've taken that off, which is the door interlock. Now I'm done with it. Oh well, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn this on. And then what's going to happen? Ready? Alright, so there's nothing there. There we go. So that is working. That's the timer kicking in. But watch. Nothing. There's also no on and off light. Basically the on and off button's broken, but it's actually locked, so it's on the on position. This is the door lock pin. So, let's go in that way. Ready? And that's the pump on. I'm not kidding, that is on. Engage the motor. The door has to be shut to engage the motor. At least it's a lot smoother than the. So that's off. Right. Right. So what I'm going to do Because this can't be switched off by that at all, I'm going to obviously use the on-off button at the wall before changing the program, so obviously I don't wreck the timer. But anyway, there's program F, which is spin only. I don't know. Maybe I'm worn out. At least it fills. I'm worn out, that's why. At least this works. Yeah, it's not doing what the SC800 did, where it's going So we've got these in, which I bought for myself. So it's an actual matching set, a Miele Navitronic W3985 and then Miele Navitronic T8685 from the same person. Story goes, so basically she was selling on behalf of her son. They've been in her garage for like 8 months. They have a washer and dryer. They have a Hoover washer and a White Knight gas tumble dryer. So these are just sat around, and she was like basically asking her son, what are you going to do with these? Because his son decided that the house that he had already built wasn't big enough, so he built a new house and then decided that he was going to have new Miele stuff. So he's probably got like new Miele like W1 and T1, so probably if it's anything like these. There is one issue though, so I'm going to go with the washer first. I'm not sure about the dryer. The dryer might work. The washer I tested before we took away. And it's this. Although it appears to be sort of like easing off since some water's gone onto it from the filter. So obviously all this water here is from the filter. But weirdly it's easing off and it isn't squealing as much, but you can hear this rubbing against that. But the thing is, when it was on spin, there's no knocking, no nothing like that. So it could be because it has been stood for 8 months straight without any use. That's why it's just, you know, been stood around like doing nothing, and that's why I think it's slightly I don't know, maybe the cold's affected it, and they live in a hot water area as well, so maybe there is some limescale here or there that might be causing the friction, because there's no knocking on the spin, so it's definitely not the Spider. We'll just go into like a little bit of this. So let's just see if all the buttons work. It should do. 2. There's number 3. And number 4. Preset Contents 30, minimum 40, automatic 40, and one is 430. Although, to be honest, those 3 are already preset in the machine. Contents 30 is the one that's been overwritten. No extras, so there's not like she's been putting, say, short on, like you would normally do. Okay, so we'll go back. Just quickly show you something. We've got cottons, normal 60. If you go down to 30, it becomes longer for some reason. Extras, you sort of have to go over there. So short, it's instead of having intensive. Detergent load's already preset at 25%, so obviously it needs resetting. Oh, sorry. Let's cancel that. Right. do that. And then, is it whole program 3? Can't remember if it's 3 or 4. But you got to do with the door open. Well, we'll find out shortly. So, back. There's a lot of programs on here. There's way more than the, obviously, the old one. So, shirts, denim, express, woolen, silk, sportswear, outerwear, hygiene, first wash, hygiene, 1 hour 58. It holds the temperature for longer on hygiene. I think for full load it's 2 hours 9. Hygiene, first wash, proofing, curtains, pillows, starch, separate rinse, drain, spin, and back. So, there's a lot of programs there. Right, let's see if the dryer works. Right, so what's interesting, so we've got the presets, cottons, extra dry, cottons, normal dry, one's hand care, and smoothing. But, weirdly, if we go into it, so, cottons normal is 46 minutes. Normal plus is 14 minutes, and extra dry is 53 minutes. Yeah, none of the times make sense on this at all. Hand iron's 1 hour 24, and hand iron is 1 hour 27. I think what basically it does is if it's used, because normal machine iron should be about 1 hour 10, normal hand iron should be 1 hour 27, normal hand iron should be even longer. But what might have been happening is that the machine basically records how long the previous cycle is, because obviously it doesn't know how big the load is, and obviously it's calculating a sort of average depending on the actual load size that's being put in from the washing machine. Which is great, but I actually kind of want to, like, say, so if I do this, you see, it doesn't have it, but it must learn how long the cycles are, and then, like, adjust. Same with, like, minimum iron. Like, although they seem to be normal, because they're normal, like, lengths for this machine. We've got walls of hand care, smoothing, cool air, warm air. Cool air and warm air is obviously timed. You got denim, which is an extra dry. Shirts, outerwear, automatic, proofing, standard pillows, delicates, sportswear, silks hand care, and large pillows. Cottons hygiene, minimum iron hygiene, time drying hygiene, and then back. I think minimum is 1 hour on this. Yeah, it's 1 hour basically, minimum. Up to 2 hours. What hygiene does on this is hold the temperature, I think at like, basically as hot as possible. I think it's like 65 for like 20 minutes, and that should kill everything in sight nearly. Basically, so that means you can sort of wash at 30, put everything on this, and it will actually kill it on the hygiene, but only on the hygienes only. Because, like, if I go on to cottons, for example, it should be something like 2 hours. Yeah, it is, it's 2 hours 23. Again, this is, like, with it not knowing how long things are, and obviously you can't even change, like, how dry you want it. It's actually preset to, well, it's preset to normal dry, basically. I think, or is it normal plus? And you can't change it. So normal, I think the automatic normal's been used on this at some point, and took 1 hour 52, so it stored it. I think that's the only annoying thing with this machine. I don't know how long things actually are. But to give you a rough idea, apparently, so normal dry, normal from an 1800 spin mealer with 6 kilo is only about 60 minutes. Alright, let's just test this out then. So we'll go program, warm, Where is it? Warm air. Oh, we'll put on 15 minutes. I haven't figured out how to open this up yet. Again, the roll bearings are juddery, they're going now. It's starting to heat up. You'll start juddering less. Because dryers do use, well, some dryers use heat bearings. So basically, as the metal, as it heats up, the metal expands and obviously creates a more smoother roller. Cool. Right, so I bought this from eBay for like a £5. I'm not kidding, I just bought it for the starboard. It's a Miele W985, but what's cool about it, it's all in German. This actually is an import from German. They bought it whilst on holiday, and then when they came back, they brought it with them. The timings are all much shorter than, like, say, a W487. There's a piece of board there that is important, that is to keep the on-off button in. But that isn't the reason why they sold it. It's 20 years old, and it needs its third repair. Pump works. So we've got the Spulen now flashing. It's going to end. So what's happening? Basically it won't spin. They said it won't spin. And it's come. They didn't say anything about that. I've had when I turn the. If I open this up. If I turn the drum, you can see how rattly they are. So that will suggest that the brushes are basically on their last basic tiny bit. So it's arcing. So it can't make a complete circuit by the sounds of things. So I'll have to have a look at the brushes. Right, Becco WM74135, take 2. Yeah, take 2. Because obviously back when I first got this machine, the door lock's been replaced because it was overstretched. Then it turns out the brushes were completely worn out. The brushes that I then put on were copies from eBay, look like that. What happens when they come? I broke as well now. They come and you have to release a thing inside here to make them fling out. Well, they're already too big when you're already putting them in, so they're constantly brushing. Now what happens is they wear down, and then basically it starts arcing again because they're worn down too much. So the ones I've now put in, brand new, from eSpares. So hopefully this will work. But I'm not too particularly fussed because if the motor does sound ropey still, even with these newish brushes. If it trips out again because of the motor, I will take the motor off the WMP 652 eventually. Stick that on. Right, So what we got is a Zanussi Jetson Sim Turbo Dry 1400 WJS 1465W. I got it because this is one of my childhood machines. Right, I'm going to show you something quite cool with this. So on this, when you turn it on, if you want to select dry only, what you do is you press it once for synthetics, then press and hold for cottons, and then press it repeatedly to select whatever you want. Or likewise, we can go to synthetics and just press auto dry on store dry, or cottons, iron dry, store dry, or extra dry. That's if you want dry only. Likewise, you can press one of the programs, then you can select auto dry with one of those, or time dry with one of those, depending on what you want. Additional things, actually all of these buttons do work, so they all work, including time delay. Everything works on it. I bought it for 20 quid, or £19.99. It was originally for £29.99 and then it got reduced to £19.99. They sent me an offer, a private offer, because I was watching it and I just accepted it. I want to get it. For my Chinese actually they were Chinese that had a sit-in place. The one thing I've noticed with it is the motor bearings are pretty loud on this. I mean proper loud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove this into test mode. So we're going in test mode, ready. Fabric softener, something alright. So that, I think, might be through the condenser itself, so. Alright, so we're going to let it fill up first. To about I'll come back to it. I've just put the AEG on a rinse and spin with one towel in, gentle rinse and spin, because what was happening is I've had to empty the filter. It wasn't draining properly, or it was struggling to drain basically. That's a really common theme because both this AEG and a Bosch Classics that I got came from the same house. But they got the Bosch Classics. Go on AEG, go! One towel! Might rattle a bit because the top's not on properly. The top's not on at all actually. Jet system's working. So the numbers on that actually work. Doesn't always work on display models, but that one's actually telling you the readout of the temperature right now. Likewise, when you're filling up, it's telling you the fill level. Seems to be fine on the turbo dry ones, but if you just get the normal washing machines, they don't really seem to always do it. So the AG's working. Don't know how the eco drop works on this. But we're all done anyway. Cool. So yeah, I just need to fix... Actually, it's not really highly level, but that's pretty cool. It just takes it. I put one towel in because the spider at the back, there's one ding. The spider's ever so slightly gone. A little bit gone. In other words, this is worse condition than the other AG I've got. But the other AG is going to another Fanatic, so yeah, stop blurring. So that number's going up, meaning that the heater's working. The room we're heating now for about 5 seconds, so obviously it works. And even the little door light works there. Leak test. Yeah, you can hear it, can't you? He is. I need to turn it off. Huh? I didn't turn it off. How is the whole dryer like shaking? So that those two numbers, there's a front thermostat and a back thermostat. So you've got air going in and air coming out. Sort of looks. Yeah, back thermostat, front thermostat. So the front thermostat is how hot the heater's getting. The back thermostat is how hot the air's going into it. So yeah, I was right. This is why it's getting further apart, but 18 obviously is slowly crawling up. So we've got Area 41, which is obviously door. Why won't that go? I'm just going to test this out again because for some reason it's not doing the anti-clockwise the clockwise tumble. So what I'm doing is let it fill up for its leak test. Gone to 3 for some reason. Don't know why. It's acting a bit. This is actually acting quite bizarre. 2. What is it doing? This is actually really bizarre now. This is supposed to be the leak test. It's like even on spin. It's getting bizarre. Round down to 1. Huh? Oh, it's gone to 0. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. So we've got an error 66. I can't even cancel these. Ugh. Cool. Okay, so we need a bit of work on this. Needs a motor. I've got a motor. It needs to come off something else first. Because that FL... What did I have? An FL... What was it? Hold on, it's around here. So I'll show you. I think if anyone remembers, about a year ago, I had this in. Yeah. And it was advancing. So... No, what was it doing? Not spinning. It'll do 300 bursts and out. That is a board problem. I've been told how to fix it, but I'm not going to on now. I was, but not going to now, because obviously I want the motor off that to go on that. But not only that, the drum and bearings are all fine on that. And actually, weirdly, the dryer bit is silent in comparison to the other one. So the dryer bit might go on, and then therefore it would be mostly scrap then. But well, I'd keep it just for its parts. Board doesn't work, so the board's blown. It's not blown. It's got a relay that goes, and it's the relay that needs soldering off and the new one putting on. Same with this Trixie Bendix over here, AW1000 that I've got down here. Right, so I've got a third Dyson CR01. Obviously the drawers broke. It does work. This actually does come out. But obviously needs replacing. The display's all broken. Does work. But if I put it on cotton and I put it on rinse and spin, spin only, won't work. And there we go. So we've got obviously they call the service department number, and there's just nothing to the motor for some reason. Anyway, we'll look inside. It's very, very mucky, full of dog hairs. But the reason why I bought it is obviously, obviously I've got two broken Dysons, one with bad bearings, one with a bad spider. But bearings and spider in this are fine. Although maybe not the motor itself. So we're gonna get some parts off the other Dyson and then put them on. See if we can get it going. Obviously it needs cleaning up as well. Ugh. Cool. Look at that. You can actually see the board underneath. Alright, so we will actually do a test wash in the Miele. Well, I'll say a test wash. We're going to do a clean cycle. So it's strange how we got to like this point where you have all these programs and no drum clean. So I'm going to set up Cottons 95 with Water Plus. So that Water Plus is just the additional, what do you call it? Generally speaking, the machine will always preset, even though it's an 1800 spin machine,
it will always preset to 1600. Right, so I'm going to add some citric acid and we'll get going. Hopefully we can cure this noise. It wasn't. There you go. There we go. So it starts doing it once I've been turning it for a few seconds. It's rubbing ever so slightly, basically, on the door seal. So it could be a spider problem, but the problem is there's no knocking. There's no knocking noise. So, right, I'm going to throw some citric acid in. See if that helps the problem. So it sounds like that squealing is gone. I'm not kidding. Just nothing there at all. That's 800 RPM, it's just like nothing. I forgot how quiet these things are. Weirdly, the Sanusi is taking absolutely ages. But I did put it on E rather than on A. Mila. So, we'll be able to tell whether that squeaking's gone or whether it's going to come back after the next few rinses. So when it's done it first and then final rinse, we'll be able to tell. But oh, I just took a glimpse there. It's the amount of there is actually build-ups of lime scale that has been chipped off. Look. Huh? So there's still slight rubbing, but it's a lot better than it was before. Maybe it just needs it just needs another clean and stuff like that. So yeah, we're getting there. Like I said, there's no knocking on the final spin. It's just a little squeak. Weird. Right, so we've got our Bosch WFF 1400. And no, I've not actually had one before. I had the Bosch WFF 1401. The only difference between the two I can see is the colour. Like, this is all just blue, whereas on the supposedly latest model then, it obviously has different colours. It looks like it's been serviced in the past by a local company. The dial turns around fine, the drum and bearings are fine, or I think they're fine anyway. Motor maybe, because I'm guessing that the reason why it's chucked out is something to do with and the motor. So what we're going to do is turn it on. Hasn't instantly like blown, so that's a good thing. So we'll turn it to 4. Turn it on. Thought's working fine. Oh. Absolutely final spin. Oh. Okay then, so right, I'll put it on wash then. It's time. So I had the door shut and it wouldn't start. So it might be just like the door lock on its way out slightly. Oh, that helps. Right, so it's filled up with water fine. Yeah, different bits obviously broke, look. I hear a drip there, but stopped. Weird. Okay, so far this Bosch is still working. It's heating fine. Perfectly hot. Let's see if the meal squeaks. No, it's cooled down a bit. Okay, I'm gonna put the meal on another boil wash. Hopefully, with some more citric acid, since it did blast out quite a bit with it. So I'm gonna put the lot in, and then wow, that is. I said it was hot. The steam's actually coming out the front there. That's all wet now. Cool. Right, I'll put the mealer on.